Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us on our Winning Wednesday. And I get to turn this over to Senior Cadillac Sales Director Lynn Purser, and she is going to be sharing with you our Naturally line. I'm going to share with you my favorite piece. It's one of my favorite Mary Kay products. And then we're also going to get to hear, this is a 30-year perspective on what Lynn loves the most about this business. In February, we're focusing on the things we love, the products, the opportunity. In 30 years, you have a pretty good perspective of, what you've loved. And I think it's pretty amazing in our culture that people are in a business, in a job for 30 years and still love it and still want to tell other people about it. Generally, at that point in time, people are working to retire. They are counting down their minutes for their final luncheon, their watch, whatever they're getting, and their bye-bye to go out into the sunset. So, Lynn, tell us about the Naturally line.
Okay, great. Yeah, I love that video too. That's not on the recording, so sorry, won't talk about it. So the Naturally line, I love. First of all, my favorite of the whole line is the nourishing oil. Dawn just told me to put something like, well, I don't even the oil. It is, I love to put it like with my moisturizer, with a little bit with my cleanser, with my body lotion, just a little bit of the Naturally line. But let me tell you a little bit about it just so you kind of know. It is a blend of almond oil, olive oil, and sesame oil. They're all natural emollients, it's all natural, 100% natural. I do have a really good friend of mine that she just told me, I don't know, probably about 5 or 6 years. It was before the Naturally line came out. And she said, "Oh, I only put coconut oil on my skin." And I said, "Oh, that yay." But I thought, ooh. So I have heard recently now, I haven't done the scientific research on this, but an esthetician told me that coconut oil, the molecules of coconut oil are too large to go and do any kind of healing or moisturizing to your skin. And that almond oil, olive oil, and I want to say sesame seed, sesame oil, that's a whole different oil. It goes down, it moisturizes, it's very lightweight, you guys. I did this a while ago just to see if you could really see it. I don't know but you just put like a little drop and it is so light. See, okay, so you can kind of see oily, right? But then it dries so quickly and so light. I don't think you can tell, but I got old hands, and then you put this oil on. I mean, there is a definite difference immediately, but I actually do use our repair system, and I will actually, I don't even put a drop of this. I actually just take this out and touch the container of my moisturizer and it smells so lovely. I It says it's got vanilla in it, and it's so funny. I will not buy a candle that's vanilla because I don't like vanilla. I love the smell of this, so maybe I do like vanilla because it says it's vanilla. It smells so good. I love it. But it's suitable for sensitive skin. You can use it, like I already said, on your face, on your cuticles, on your body, with all these other products, on the ends of your hair when they get dry. We used to have an oil for cuticles. Remember that, Dawn? We had that oil. I used to love that stuff. This is so great for that too. So I love this product. Now, I will tell you something. I just had a brand new consultant, like 2 weeks old. She went on to do her little get her skincare certification thing. So let me tell you guys, this is not a part of the skincare line though. It's an additional part. It's not like a cleanser. It's not an exfoliator. She kept putting in that it was part of it has you put the order. So don't put this in there. It's not in there. It's an extra product. But I wanted to show you too. This is my last little quick thing. The other thing that's 100%, well, the natural line is it's 100% natural, except talk about the integrity of Mary Kay. This cleanser is only, what is it, 99 point, it's like a ridiculous 99.9 something, it's like 0.5 that's not natural. So we want to be completely authentic with you guys, but it's basically 100% natural also. But this exfoliator too. I look, I don't know if you can see this either, but all you have to do is put a drop. It's a powder. It's so soft as an exfoliator. If you put the oil with it, y'all, it feels so good. I'm just kind of putting it in the palm of my hand. You know how sometimes the exfoliator, we have to get rid of the dead skin, right? Somehow. This is so, it's not abrasive at all, just so soft. And it just gets rid of, very, now we do need to microderm sometime, but this is for that twice a week exfoliant that you need to do. I love this powder too. So, see if we can see that better. You can, I don't know. So anyway, the powder's great too. The cleanser is really soft. Of course, I want all the chemicals, anti-aging chemicals. But this is a great cleanser. It's so soft. It would be great for teenagers. It is really great for the people that are like, I don't want to put any of those chemicals on my skin. And I get you, girl. Don't do it. Put this on. But it's really soft. It's silky. It's got a little exfoliant in it. It is really, really, really nice cleanser too. So Dawn, I wanted you to go ahead and talk really quick about the moisture stick, and then we can go over the
Prices and the
prices. Yeah.
okay. Let me spotlight with you. Yeah, I love, yeah, here we are with our we both need lessons. So if people are watching this and going, I don't know how to do virtual business, we don't either. I don't know how to demonstrate online. We don't either. We're figuring it all out. And it's amazing. Like we've sold enough doing things virtually, being the #1 selling line of skincare in the world. But the Naturally Stick, you guys, I love this. Instead of using a chapstick, I mean, chapsticks have alcohol in them or camphor so that they dry your lips out. So you're addicted to them. Have you ever seen teenagers that constantly, or adults that constantly are using a chapstick? It's because it's meant to addict you to it so that you have to continue using it. That's not going to happen with the Naturally Stick. I love the shape of it. It's not meant for a chapstick, but it's on dry skin. So I use it. I have one next to my bed. So my husband and son and daughter, I mean, you can use these wherever you would use a chapstick, but also it's for any dry places. Like you can put this on, baby Steele's 8-month-old skin. You can put it on your elbows. You can put it on, your hands, anywhere that you have dry patches, cheeks and stuff, for children. And this line is, I think it's called Eco Certified. So Mary Kay goes by the European Union standards with all of our products, because in the US, the FDA, there's 1,400 items, ingredients that the European Union will not allow in their products because they consider them toxic. And they're allowed in the United States. Mary Kay goes by the European Union standards on all of our products, but this goes like 10 steps farther. It's paraben free. I can't even say these things, but you guys, there's customers that they want this. It's phthalate synthetic fragrance.
I'm gonna get up. Phthalate free.
Okay, phthalate free.
pH is totally silent.
Okay, and no synthetic dyes, SLS/SLES, whatever that is, that's free too. So people who want that, they know what that means. So what this line does, great for kids when people say like, what could my, 8-year-old daughter use, or my 6-year-old daughter, or, a son, what could they use? These are perfect for them to use to start learning how to take care of their skin. Like when Lynn's saying chemicals, she's saying anti-aging, because you can't have anti-aging and, totally organic product at the same time. They don't go together. It's not possible. So you have to decide, but this line fills the gap for people that care more about these ingredients than they do the anti-aging. We can fill that need. And then there's the Miracle Set, and then there's Time-Wise Repair. So really there's not human skin, female or male, that we cannot service. Now, once we add it on, the packaging of this is so beautiful too. So what are the prices on this, Lynn? And is there a special after they watch this that they may want to take advantage of?
Okay, so this is the great special. So the prices, let me make this a little bigger for me. So the naturally, you know what I was going to tell you too, the usage of it, like it's saying that this is like the oil is like 2 months. It lasts me like 6 or 7 months.
Hmm.
And
Same,
I use it at least once a day.
same. Yep.
So I guess I don't know what they're doing, but it does not take much of this. But and that was kind of with all the stuff. But anyway, the moisturizing stick is 30, the cleanser is 28, the exfoliator is 36, and the oil is 50. So the deal tonight is when you purchase the nourishing oil, you'll get 50% off of any of the other three products that you would like. Each one, pick one that you want to get half off after you buy the nourishing oil. So that's the special. That's on the board tonight. Um, I just I was going to tell my customers. So
Mhm.
if y'all want to do this, I was gonna say, you know what? If you want to buy this whole line because that's who you are, like Dawn said, like that's
Mhm.
what's most important to you. You want this whole line. You buy these 3 items, and then you can have the nourishing oil. There you
Mm.
go for free. So that's
Mhm.
$50.
Yeah,
So get your whole little system
you
going.
love your customers. That's a
I
great deal.
do. So, and my my consultants always say it's not my products I'm selling. Y'all get to give your products away. Just kidding. So, but anyway, so love this line for that for us.
Hmm. It's really an undervalued line. Like
It
the
really is.
money that it took to develop this
Right.
and the quality, like the pristineness of it, like you could eat it, really.
Right.
You could eat it if it's amazing. So if you have people that have lots of sensitivities to products, like I'm allergic, I can't use Mary Kay because I'm allergic, that this might be a good place for them to start. And any of our products, if people start using it and they don't like it, it's always 100% money back or product, exchanged out. Don't feel bad. Your consultant doesn't lose anything. Mary Kay Inc. replaces it to her. So we want you to take advantage of our 100% money back guarantee. So if someone's like, you know what, I kind of wanted to try products like this, generally they're far more expensive than ours are. Ours is very competitively priced. And if it's not your cup of tea, then you can always return it.
Right.
Did you
And
have
I have
anything else
one
to
more.
say about that?
I wanted to add one last thing. I do a lot with the assisted living places, nursing home and stuff. And what I have decided is there's an age where I can do the whole repair set with them or whatever. But what I've decided is so much better is I do this naturally cleanser
Oh, that's a good
and I do
idea.
the intense moisturizing cream for night cream. That's all we do. That
Nice.
cleanser and that night cream, so it's quicker for those ladies. And then, of course, I do CC cream. I do the whole thing after that. But as far as the cleanser, because all the steps, they don't want all the steps. They just need a good, nice cleanser that's, you know, safe for sensitive skin and all that. So just that was just thrown out there to some consultants. I think that's there's some directors out there that are doing that now with the nursing homes, getting out there.
What do you do at the nursing homes? We're going to start talking about your experiences in Mary Kay, but that's something I know that you're really passionate about. So share with people what you do with the nursing homes, because, a lot of people don't understand that those of us who love this business, we love it because it's a way to serve people. And everyone kind of finds their like niches, some it's in, with domestic abuse shelters, some it's in nursing homes, some it's with, mother daughter, summits with Girl Scouts, summits with, there's all, gathering products up for the armed forces. I love to see how people choose to, use their products to serve other people. So tell us what that could look like.
Well, I just go in, they're always looking for activities for these ladies. And men. I've done some men too. They'll come in and I'll do satin hands on them and satin lips, and they love it and get a kick out of it. And when I was a teenager, I would love to sit around with my mom and dad and just listen to my daddy laugh with his friends. And so I've always liked the older generation. And so now that they have to be 70 and 80 and 90 to be the older generation. But I love being with them. I love the way they appreciate. So I just go in and And that's just one of the activities they'll have. Like what I did this year, as opposed to like, I would just all of a sudden say, oh, I'm ready to go see all these ladies again. I've actually gotten on their calendars every other month on a Friday. I'm going to go. It's just a normal time that I go. And we just laugh. We just have a good time. We, of course, show the product. And I have a couple, I try some of the places, I've had their adult children say something like, I'm trying to get their money. So I almost tried not to say anything, but a lot of them, I mean, there's some really nice, they're like, they want their product, they want their lipstick, they want their extra emollient night cream, they want their satin lips, they want their satin hands. Like, and I just think I, I want to value them. Let's just put it that
Mm-hmm.
way. That I
Mm-hmm.
see her, I
Mm-hmm.
see them. They are
Mm-hmm.
still a very important part of this world. They
Right.
still have done so much for our society, and they
Mm-hmm.
still, they're here. Let's love on them. So I
Mm-hmm.
do love it. And then I do get the opportunity to meet, the administrator and all the people that come in and out. So it's getting, as far as a business part too, it's just getting me out and
Mm-hmm.
other people. So
And those people that are caring, that work in those facilities,
oh
a
yeah,
lot of them don't make that much money. People that
that's
care
right.
for people, teachers,
Yeah,
nurses, people that work with the aging. I mean, it's something our society pays the least amount of money for. So they
sure.
can use some pampering and some appreciation also. So that, yeah, I'm glad that came up, because when I lived in St. Simons, I would go to medical arts, which was a nursing home, and go in there once a month, because my grandparents lived in Michigan and I missed them. And so, I just went in there to visit with them, and it was like a bunch of grandparents. And when I went back to Michigan, my grandmother was in a memory care facility and used to go and again do the same thing. And in the memory care, it's hysterical. Sometimes they're licking the blush and sticking it to their face, and but they have the best time. They have so
Uh,
much fun.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm glad that topic came up,
yeah.
because that gives people ideas. Because when people are thinking about Mary Kay, it's like how would I meet people? What would I do? And it's like, think of what you love doing. Think of the people that you want to serve. I've had people go into fire stations or police stations and make lasagna and salads, and then be able to do satin hands and things. And then the guys love it, because if it's around a holiday, they're buying their wife Valentine's Day or girlfriend or Mother's Day or Christmas and stuff. So it's like, how can you make your business a service to people? Because to me, that's so much more fun than who can I sell to.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
And
Lynn, let's
I do
let's
do like the CNA, you're right. Well, I get that I'm in there where I can serve them too. That's,
hmm
yep.
yeah.
All right. So,
So let's transition into what you love about your Mary Kay business. So um, share with everyone, how long you've been building your business, just your quick before, now, and future. So before Mary Kay, like when Mary Kay intersected with your life, the business, the product, where were you at? And then now, where are you at? And then moving forward, where are you at? So people can just hear a little bit more, so they know where your perspective's coming from.
okay. Well, before Mary Kay, I was a PE teacher and a basketball coach, and I had played basketball all the way through college. Loved that. Loved teenagers. Just loved everything about that. Very content where I was. Like, felt this was what I'm going to do forever and ever. Um, and in the summer, so I had summers off, and so I went to a what was it called, spa lady or something. Anyway, I started teaching aerobics to give me something to do in the summer, and I met my recruiter, Cindy Jackson Williams, and she, asked me to have a facial, and I had the facial because I thought, bless her heart, she was 18 years old and she couldn't do anything else but sell Mary Kay. So I was going to help her out just a little bit. Um, and then I sat down. I didn't go to a party. It was just an individual facial. Just we were at her house by ourselves, and I enjoyed the product, but it was $56 back then, that whole set. And I'm like, what in the world? I can't spend $56. But she was smart. Like 2 weeks later, she's like, have you thought any more about that? And I bought it 2 weeks later for some, I don't know why it was not as much 2 weeks later. But just fell in love with the product, and then heard a little bit about the business. And when I heard about it, I wasn't like, oh yeah, I want to do Mary Kay and not ever coach basketball or have anything to do with teaching or coaching ever again. But wow, it sounded really good. And like I said, a high energy person back then, still pretty high energy, but not quite as high as energy as I was, but very high energy, and wanted to have, something to do in the summer. So I thought, well, I might do that in the summer. So that's a very long story we won't get to. But anyway, a few months later, I did start my business March of 91. So probably there's some people in here that weren't even born then, including Otten-Sweeney. But anyway, so it's March will be 33 years, Dawn.
Oh my gosh.
Years.
91. Jake was only 2 months old then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when I met you, you were pregnant with him.
Oh
at
my.
the Embassy Suites in Brunswick, Georgia. You sat I remember you sat on the table, not on the couch. You didn't even sit in a chair, no. To sit down and talk to me though. But that was one of those things I learned from you when I didn't even know I was learning from you. Like it was a posture of respect. You were just a little lower than me, just a posture of respect and value and all the things. Anyway,
we used to do a lot more training about that. Like the communication and the body language of just like making people comfortable. And like, that's something we, in Mary Kay, we still teach, which is nice because there's a lot of people that don't know that. They've spent a lot of time behind a computer and they really don't know how to, connect with people in person.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting back there though, but
yes.
So I started my business in March of that year. Ended up still teaching and coaching full time. When it was basketball season, I would be working like 90 hours a week. I started in March, earned my first car in September of that year. So I'm now driving I think the 18th car with Mary Kay. I hadn't had a car payment since September of 1991. I wish I could say they were all Cadillacs, but guess what? They were all free. And I've got 5 pink Cadillacs and, a BMW and, a lot of different, what was the thing that I loved so much? A Jimmy. They don't even make them anymore. Remember the Jimmy? I only had that for like 3 months.
I forgot about that.
It's like in 2000 or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so have enjoyed that part of the bit. That's been pretty cool. Like right now, like I said, just driving the 5th Cadillac, I think, and a senior sales director. So have one offspring, have gone up and down the ladder there. So that's kind of my now, just building a national area. So that would be in the next 18 to 24 months to be a national sales director with Mary Kay. So that's kind of the future. Is did I hit the points or?
Yeah, share with them. So share with them why you want to be a national and what does that mean? Because when people are listening to this, consultants, they may go, oh, I want to do that. Like that's a position that Mary Kay Ash created so that this company could continue running on. It was her succession planning. When she was gone, she created the national position so that her culture, traditions, and principles would be secure. So why do you want to be a national? So guests listen to that, consultants listen to that. We need nationals in Mary Kay. There's room at the top. Mary Kay is incentivizing with serious amounts of cash people to go into leadership, into directorship, and into the national position. More so than any time that we've been in this business together for 30 years. And so if someone is wired as a leader, you can move rapidly and make more money than you've ever been able to make because we have so many nationals retiring within a 10-year window. And so we're unusual. Like we need to educate people about this because most companies are cutting out their top levels of management and leadership because that's where they have to pay the most bonuses. They can buy them out, lay them off, downsize, replace you, whatever they want to call it. It kind of is the same result because they can hire people for far less in this economy to do, those jobs or ship them overseas. And Mary Kay is United States based, products made in the United States of America. And we need in the United States of America, we need more consultants and we need people in leadership so that our company can thrive through the next 60 years, because we just passed and celebrated our 60-year anniversary. So why do you want to be a national, Lynn? Why? I want people to hear that.
Okay. I think, the answer is really twofold. I think the initial foundational reason was what you just said. Like, I sat at Mary Kay's feet herself. I was trained by her. I was this far from her. She looked in my right eye, and told me to pass it on. And you just take that very seriously. I think I do, most people do take that very seriously. But what you see in the world is a culture that is unique. I can't even think of a better. I mean, it's just there's nothing like it. There really is such a unique culture, and to think that the culture could, like, we're one generation from losing the culture makes me very sad, nervous, whatever. So I feel like I owe it, really to the world to make sure that that culture remains for, Cameron's wife,
Yeah.
my grandson's wife, or forever. We can't take it for granted that it will be that way. It's like our faith, Christian faith, like it can be taken away. So I think that's the foundational reason is I want to be a part of making sure that it stays Christian based, that it's God first, family second, career third, that we are a step above, that we do value each other, we value moving people up. We value things that seem to be sliding away. So that's the one, that's the main thing. And I think the next thing is just through my career. I think I figured, I don't know, it's something like around 20 people that I have seen come through my leadership or my unit meeting, or I don't even know how to say it, but come through where I actually saw them from not even, well, first of all, me not being able to know how to wear eyeshadow to, well, still not the greatest, but anyway, but to move up here, but to watch somebody else do it, like when I coached and we won the state tournament one time when I coached. Y'all, that was so much more fulfilling than me being on the court. I never won that much, but I won a lot. But that was so rewarding. And I remember when we became a national area with Dawn, I don't know if she remembers me saying, I feel like we just won the state championship, that we just saw it come together. I love seeing a woman come in and not even really know what she's coming into. And then she changes. And then she gets more confident. And then you see her smile. You see her look you in the eye when she couldn't look you in the eye. And now all of a sudden she's on target for a car. And I mean, I'm getting chilled just thinking about when I've gone with people to pick up their car. It is so much more fulfilling than when I pick up my own car. I mean, I love picking up my own car. Don't get me wrong. But there's just something about watching that. So I think now as a national sales director, how many people I would see, how many more people I will see do that. And then they can fulfill so much more. My dream of that is attached to how many, I mean, I don't even know, where's the start? Here it's Cindy, it's Dawn, it's Debbie, it's Maylene, it's Mary Kay, it's Mary Kay's mom who told her, so it's just so got a little excited there. But I mean, it's just so that I think is the second part that is the most exciting, is to just see women do what they can do and be who they can be. Because when you change a woman, you change a family, and then you change a world.
So for the guests that are listening to this down the line, Lynn, obviously you've recruited a lot of people into Mary Kay, trained lots of women. What would you like to share with them that may help them feel more comfortable making a decision to just give it a shot, like just to try it, whether it's for the culture, the opportunity to have unlimited upward mobility, the ability to impact people's lives. Like that is your job description, is helping, women reach their God-given potential and encourage, that out in them. What, what would you like to share to help them, like maybe put that in perspective? Because you've heard all the things, I'm busy. You talked about you being busy, or I'm shy, or I don't wear makeup, or I can't sell anything, or, I live in a small town, a big town, no one's supportive, etc. What would you like to share with them now, to maybe encourage them just to give it a shot?
Well, wouldn't it be great if we could just like pour into somebody's brain what's in our brain, because it's so
Mm,
hard until you're there. We wish, what's the best teacher? Experience. Our mom and our dad told us not to do that, didn't they? But we did it, and then we figured it out. Yeah, we shouldn't have done that. So I guess what I would say to you is, if there's anything that moved you or touched you, or if you got on here needing something, nothing is done by accident. You either got on here now, like tonight, or this could be, I don't know, next Christmas. I don't know when you're
mhm,
watching.
mhm.
Um, but you're on here for a reason. And the way we get started is very simple. And Mary Kay, it's not like you've got to say, I'm going to be driving a pink Cadillac one day, or I want to be a national sales director, or I have to act like Lynn Purser, or I have to act like Otten-Sweeney, or I have to be anybody but me. No, you just be the best you. And then we have a few ways, and I can go over the ways, Dawn.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, please.
so we all start with at least a $35 e-start. And what you get with that $35 is your website and a ProPay account. Your website for a year. And that's all company run. It's so professional. It's a great website. You usually have to pay like $30 for it. You used to have to.
Mhm.
So now you get that for that 35, plus you get the ProPay account that you usually have to pay $29.95 for. The ProPay account is where, when your customers or clients go to your website and they buy a product, they would pay you through your ProPay account. So that's what the ProPay. So you get that for the 35. Um, Now I'm going to suggest you tack on at least, I'm losing it. The
Starter
power.
kit.
Yeah, but what's it? The power. Yeah, it's the starter kit. It's the $90 thing, whatever.
Mhm.
$90. And this could have changed. Like, if this is 2 years from now,
Yeah.
the price may change. Probably not, because I'm going to tell you, how much it cost me to start 33 years ago? $95 plus tax.
Mhm.
So it's over $100 33 years ago. And now it's like, so if you do the 35 and then you do the 90, which is your starter kit, you get over $400 worth of product to demo out of. You get the skincare, the miracle sets for normal skin, the miracle sets for oily skin. You get a mascara, an oil-free eye makeup remover, all 5cc creams. You get a microdermabrasion set, a charcoal mask. Products that you would demo at your parties. You get 4 mirrors and trays. You get sales tickets, brochures, samples of skincare, color, blush, and lips, and it's like $100 worth of sample stuff like that. So it's about $500 worth of stuff for the 90. So you take the 90 onto the 35, so it's 125 plus tax and shipping. It's about 150 with that. And then the other thing is a sample pack. You can take this. You can get this $45. So a lot of times right now, if you can't get someone to sit down with you, you're like, hey, will you try this sample for me? Can I call you tomorrow? And so it's a great deal to buy all of it. So that would be 45 and 165 plus the tax and shipping. So it's a little less than $200 to get it all. So you choose, though. Everybody starts with at least the 35, and then you decide if you want to tack on the other two things, and that's something that you could discuss with your director. But seriously, did you hear me? $35 to start a business and to just try it. You know what? What's the worst thing that happened? This is the worst thing that can happen. You get into Mary Kay, get the $90 starter kit. You just got $400 worth of stuff to demo with. And then the worst thing is, you just got a few of your products for cost. You didn't really do so well, but who cares? You tried. There's two kind of people in this world, right? Glad I did. Wish I had. Boy, I'm glad I tried that. It wasn't for me, but I've tried it. I'm not trying it again. Okay, good. You tried it. And the wish I had. I wish I had a dime for every person that said, "Oh, I wish I'd have done that 20 years ago." Yeah, yeah. There's two best times to plant a tree too. The best time was 20 years ago. The next best time is today. Plant the tree today. Let's don't be I wish I had. So I would just say if there's anything about it, if you love this product, if you love your consultant, if you love having fun, if you love girlfriend time, like, you know what? Give it a shot. I think that's what I'd say.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to leave them with before we wrap this up?
I don't think so. Thanks for being on here.
Is there anything else that like you go, oh, this is one more thing that I want them to know about this opportunity? Any last thoughts?
Well, it's hard to put in, and we've gone longer than we wanted to, I know, and it's so hard to put in 5 minutes. Like even the products I could have talked about for 30 minutes, like everything is so, but I guess, the one thing that I wanted, the thing that you can't see and you can't feel, well, you can feel, but you can't, as somebody that's not in Mary Kay yet, you don't understand, is the friendships, the mentorship, like that I have with Dawn from 33 years of life, having babies together, pregnant together. Now we have grandchildren together. What in the world? Just that's been so cool. And she's just one of so many people that have just, mentored me and poured into me and loved me and prayed for me, as I went through breast cancer and all that. I cannot tell you, I was going through chemo for a whole year, and I'm pretty sure there was never one day that I didn't go to my mailbox and get a card from somebody in Mary Kay the whole year. You talk about encouraging, you talk about a support system that you can't beat anywhere. Anytime I hear of a friend right now that's going through something like that, or just a death in the family or anything, I just think about what I have. They've seen me lose my dad, and they've seen me lose my mom, and they've seen me go through cancer, and just I can't even, that's something you can't put a price tag on, that kind of stuff. So just have loved the culture and loved the support system and the positivity when, golly, there's so much negativity out there. And I just love being surrounded by, sharp women that think differently, just think different. We're different. And I love
we are different. Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. Different in all the good ways.
Yeah.
It's, it is. It makes me sad when people, and it scares me to think that I almost didn't do this because I didn't have the $100 in my checking account. So when people don't do this for the money or because they're scared or their family or friends aren't supportive, any of those reasons that could hold them back from trying, like you said, just trying, it makes me so sad because of what we know the value of this culture in our life after 30 years. I cannot imagine my last 37 years without the friends, without the girlfriend time that I got paid for, because you're doing Mary Kay and it's girlfriend time. I mean, a lot of the stuff we can't even talk about that we've done. It's like, it's just pure girlfriend fun, legal, moral fun. And I mean, but challenging. So you're constantly challenged to get better and be better, think better, manage your time better, manage your emotions better, like be a better person in all the arenas of your life. And then people mentoring you at different seasons, because you have women from 18 to 100 years old doing it with you. Like that, I feel so sorry for women who don't have that. It's so sad because God made us to be supporters and nurturers, and our society has us very separated, and since the pandemic, even more separated. And that is not healthy. We are seeing it in all the emotional health stats, not healthy at all. So I think it's worth getting a starter kit and starting to hang out with us and being part of this culture, it's going to be cheaper than a counselor. It's going to be cheaper than medication. It's going to be cheaper than living hopeless. You're going to make money in the process of figuring out if it's your thing or not, versus going back to school and having another piece of paper on the wall that is guaranteeing you nothing these days. But it's, just trying it, like you said, because the people who have tried it, some have been in for a season, some a reason, and then some the long haul. And you never know which one you're going to be until you give it a shot. But just as Mary Kay started this to give women something that she didn't have when she was working and raising kids, we still are offering women something that it's nowhere else. There's no other company or job or career that is going to be as concerned about you being successful in all arenas of life as you are professionally, as you'll find in Mary Kay. So thank you, Lynn, for joining us on Winning Wednesday. And I'm going to stop the recording and then chat with everyone for just a minute.